Hi, friends. I just love seeing you grow and progress each week in Pathway. I know the Lord is with you each step of the way, and I see your progress. Um, Before we get started, there's one little tip that I want to share with you, and that is when you're answering any question in an application activity or any other assignment in your BYU Idaho online classes, and that is that you answer in complete sentences. Even if the question is something simple, a yes no question, like, did you eat breakfast today? Answer, yes, I ate breakfast today, or no, I didn't eat breakfast today. You just sound much more professional and organized when you answer in complete sentences. So it's a suggestion. I won't be taking points off if you don't, but I'm just giving you a little pointer that you sound so much more professional when you do answer in complete sentences. So speaking of sentences, I'm going to go through a quick little grammar lesson. So this week we're going to be talking about overcoming obstacles, um, but I just want to give you a few little simple reminders about grammar. Since we're talking about complete sentences, just remember that there are three types of complete sentences: simple, compound, and complex. Um, and just strive to make your sentences as simple as possible. When your sentences are simple, it is clear and easy for your reader to understand. Another just little reminder, a sentence fragment, when you use dependent clauses or sentence fragments, it's grammatically incorrect, and it also is confusing and distracting to your reader. So this is something that I would take a point off if you are using sentence fragments in your application activities. Um, so we're going to be talking about growth mindset and how failure helps us to grow. I have included a video clip from Will Smith. I really like his take and his approach on failing and how we need to fail in order to grow. So I just wanted to show that to you, and I hope that you take the time to watch it. Now, in talking about overcoming obstacles, I thought about this example. My father has a sailboat, and he's taken me sailing a few times. And one thing that he's taught me, is that sailboats don't just go directly from point A to point B. So they have to go into the headwind. So it's like the wind is pushing the boat away from its destination. So they have to use a method called tacking. So they have to kind of go one way for a little bit, kind of across the wind, and then they have to switch and go another way. But they do this back and forth, and then they finally reach their destination. Now, I think achieving our goals is very similar. At least it has been in my life. It seems like, you start moving toward your direction, but then you get distracted with life's responsibilities, and then you have to switch back, and you go along in another direction, and then you have to switch back again. But the point is, even though it seems like we're kind of going in a meandering way, we're still progressing and we're still going toward our goals until we have reached that destination. So the main thing is we just don't give up and we just keep moving forward. When I was doing the BYU Idaho BYUI online web media certificate as a student, there were just so many times when things would come up and I would have to switch gears. Obstacles would come up. Sometimes they were small ones, and I just had to study on Saturday instead of being able to do what I wanted to do on Saturday. Sometimes they were big things, like there was one semester my husband decided he wanted to study for the project management, the PMP exam. Well, that kind of pushed me off a couple of semesters, of reaching my goal because I could only take one class a semester. That was just the pace that I felt comfortable with, that I could handle all of my responsibilities. So that's just an example of how sometimes we have obstacles that come up. Some are small, some are big, but you just keep your eye on your goal and you just keep progressing and you just keep going until you get there. Now for this week's application activity, you're going to use your pacing schedule and you're going to use your SMART goals and you're going to identify obstacles to your pacing schedule and obstacles to your SMART goals. Now you need to identify 2 obstacles for pacing and 2 obstacles for your SMART goals for a total of 4 obstacles. And then you need to have 2 possible solutions for each obstacle, which means you should have 8 possible solutions listed in your obstacle worksheet, as well as answering the other questions. I love you. I pray for you. I know with the Lord by your side, it doesn't matter what obstacle comes up. I know that you can pick up and keep going forward until you meet